Welcome back to Glasgow, and tonight we are seeing Thrice and we are seeing Refused. Slightly looking more forward to Refused, but that's just me. We're at the West End right now. We are heading down to the Argyle Street for the Barrows. The doors don't open for another hour and a half, but they're just going to get down there, just get them surrounded, and I'll catch you guys in a bit. Well, that was interesting. So if you ever come to Glasgow, bear in mind the subway shuts about 6 o'clock on Sunday, so yeah, I just fell foul for that anyway due to Sunday services. But anyway, we're on course for the Barrows, and we'll see you when we're in there. was a pretty good night. I have to say, both bands were really good, but again, give a full review when we get in. Wow, what a night that was. So yeah, all in all, fantastic gig. Each band was pretty spot on. Some parts were better than others, but we'll get straight into it. So the first support band, Gouge Away, they were, I swear to God, I've never seen an opening act that type before. Like, I swear to God, like, just like the guitar work and the singer was pretty good. And the only problem that I've got was that, see, there's the same with a lot of gigs. Like, see, like the lead guitars and that, the guitars are cranked up so much half the time that sometimes you can't even hear the vocalist. But yeah, it's just a thing in the mix, like, it's a bit hit and miss sometimes. But I will say this for the Barrowlands, the sound was like pretty spot on all night. Like, to the point, like, it was like, actually you could hear things a bit more clearer. Like, you go to some gigs and depending on the venues, like, the sound can be a bit hit or miss. So, like, yeah, I can't commend the Barrowlands and the sound guys for the bands for that. They're pretty good. So, and next up, now, I was convinced that Thrice were going to go on first, then Refuse were going to go on. And to be honest, it should have been that way, and I'll get to that right now. So, Refuse came on, and I just, from the get-go, they were just, everything about them was just perfection beyond perfection. Like, the crowd was just, well, it was funny. Tonight wasn't a complete sellout. Like, I'd say it was about 3/4 full, which made the Barrows a lot more enjoyable, because you actually had like space to dance, where with this sold-out gig at the Barrows, like, you're actually crammed in, and like, you don't get like much space unless like you're moshing or that, or like kind of stand at the back. So it was much better in that regard. And Refuse, just everything about them spot on. Now, I'd say their crowd intensity was at best a 3.5 out of 5. And just because there was only that mosh pit down the front, everybody else, I'm kind of surprised at how much older like the crowd was in a way. But honestly, since Refused were around, like, first came out about 20 years ago, that's kind of understandable. But yeah, just everything about them, just like when they played their older songs, everyone was going mental and going crazy. And I love the guy, the frontman Dennis, walked in the crowd with his microphone. Forget Frank Carr, he's the one originating that. That's just amazing. So that was okay. The only beef I had with Refused was the fact that they didn't play as many older songs. Like, they did play a few songs off and the album stuff since it just came out, but not a lot of people that enthused with it. But as soon as I played the songs off their iconic album, The Shape of Punk to Come, which influenced so many bands that came out after it, just like everybody was going crazy, and just like those were like the highlights of the night for me personally. Now, I will say this now. So I said the crowd intensity was a 3.5, but for this one specific song, they play at the end of every set, in which they're singing the song New Noise. Oh my God. Like, the build up to it, where everyone was just like separating, it was just, I was like, could not believe my eyes. And just then, when we all shouted, "Can I scream?" Oh my God, all hell broke loose. Like, just again, it was just more down the front, but again, that deserves a 5 out of 5 just for that alone, and everything about that. And I'd like to commend my friends Alan, Blair, if you guys are watching this, absolutely fantastic, and one of the best moments we've had together. So I love that fact for the gig. Now, the second band, Thrice. Now, again, I've stated numerous times throughout this video, and a couple of times, I wasn't as excited to see them as I was Refused. Because Refused I've been into for quite a while now, and again, I bought a ticket specifically just to see Refused anyway. But other than that, no, actually pretty good. Their songs were spot on. The musicianship was good, and the songs were actually good as well, good sing-alongs. However, the only thing I'd say about them was that compared to Refused, they didn't really interact with the crowd that much. Like, Dennis took time to actually like talk to the crowd and stuff like that in between songs, which went really well, but they just played the set and that was it. But I think it was more to do with the fact as well that Thrice didn't go on till about 10, and the set was finishing bang on 11, so they had to get through it kind of quickly just because of the curfew and stuff like that. But yeah, all in all, good live band, and kind of better than I thought they were going to be. So, but they copied pretty much the same set list they did in Birmingham, which was kind of okay, so I've got that down, and I kind of knew the songs anyway, so that worked out all pretty well. But anyway, oh, one more thing I'd like to ask Thrice. Thrice's crowd intensity, again, wasn't up to the same as Refused was. Refused, in many ways, was raw, wild, and crazy. Thrice were a little bit more laid back with crowd-wise, like everyone was jumping about a bit to Artist in the Ambulance and a couple other songs as well. But just again, like, their crowd intensity, I'd say more 2.5. But anyway, that's just my opinion. So, our next gig will be a week on Tuesday, and that'll be the Fever 333 at SWG3. We saw them last year at Bring Me the Horizon, so can't wait to see them again. And apart from that, I'll see you guys then. Later. So